We are going to be talking about a little bit of a concept ending / theory prediction for Halloween Ends. I was sat up late last night on Reddit like I always do, just looking through different Halloween things, and I came across a post where people were talking about possible like endings / just little plots for the film. And to be honest, since the end of Kills, when that came out, I've been thinking, is it Michael that's going to die, or is it Laurie that's going to die? Is it both of them that's going to die? And then I saw a post that said, what if Allison is the one that sacrifices herself so Laurie can kill Michael? And I was intrigued. I'm not completely sold on it, and I don't know whether it's the best way they could go with it, but I'm interested. So I've made some points, and I thought we could talk about it today. Now, I'm going to go with the impression that Karen is definitely dead. We only have two of the Strodes standing. We've got Laurie, and we've got Allison. And I feel like we got what we wanted in Kills with the violence and just the kills. So I'm very satisfied with that film now. That is one of my favourite Halloweens. Halloween Kills is without a doubt at least my top 3. And I want to go into that in another video just because of how James Jude Courtney portrayed Michael in that film. I thought it was one of the best since Nick Castle, if not the best. But I'm going to save that for another video. I do not want to get into that now. However, with us getting the kills in Kills, and obviously 2018 was a good introduction to the characters, we know that this film is going to be more intimate. It's going to be a lot slower than how Kills was. And you know, we need a definitive ending to this trilogy with Laurie and Michael, which I do trust David Gordon Green in giving us that. And you know, I've been thinking about that Reddit post pretty much all night and all day on how this could possibly go down. And I haven't come up with a huge little plot line. I didn't really want to go that in depth through it, because then I feel like I'm covering every base and not allowing myself to be, you know, like open to the film when it comes out. But I do like these little theory videos. And I think the one thing I really like about this theory would be, in order for Laurie to finally kill him and do what she's wanted to do all this time, she has to kind of lose everyone. And my head at the minute is at with Allison's death. I couldn't imagine it being just this quick death, like she's just another kill. Obviously not, because she's a main character, but I see it being at the climax of the film if it happens. I think if it's done right, it could be such a good ending to the film. And I almost imagine it being like a way better done version of what they did with H2O. You know, just Laurie and Michael on their own at the end, obviously ending with Laurie chopping his head off. Well, Michael's head off. But they need to give more so than Michael. This is just my opinion. More so than Michael anyway. Because we know that if Michael gets killed in this film, let's say Michael dies in Ends, he has a death scene, we know he's going to get brought back at some point. Whether it's in this timeline, whether it's not. We know we're going to get another Michael film. This is possibly Laurie's last film ever, or at least with Jamie Lee Curtis playing her anyway. But yeah, Halloween H2O is probably one of my favourite climaxes in the Halloween franchise, or at least the concept of what it could have maybe looked like. I feel like looking back on it now, Michael looks so dumb in that film. But you know, I feel like if we got James Jude Courtney in a similar situation where he's trapped between two, like Michael was trapped between like a tree and a massive van, like some big unit keeping Michael in one place so Laurie can just finish him off. I'd be absolutely fine if it was the same way as H2O as well, like just completely taking the head off. I feel like that's what everyone's screaming for, and they're asking why the fuck aren't you just literally cutting this fucker up. And obviously then with Michael being gone, this gives Laurie the chance to start afresh somewhere else. But again, this is the Allison dying in Ends theory. This isn't necessarily the entire way it plays out. So let's say that all that happens is Allison dies. I think that would ruin it, because the whole point of this is obviously it's the end of the Laurie Strode and Michael trilogy. And if Michael doesn't die, that definitely does not give Laurie any sort of like definitive solid ending to her. It leaves everything up in the air again, where she doesn't know whether he's going to come back. And you know, even though I highly doubt they do that, if they went that way with it and killed Allison, that would completely ruin it in my opinion, because you'd want more. Another issue I have with this theory is I can't work out whether it's a little bit overkill on Allison's character. Like the shit she's gone through in 2018 and Kills is so much, so to then just have her get killed off is gonna be brutal. If that happened, that would be fucked. But that's also why I kind of like it, because it would be so fucking shocking. But I also don't know whether it would ruin the way that they've built her character up, obviously, as like this new generation of Strode. Again, with this film, I'm genuinely not sold on any like one idea. Like, I feel like I like little bits from every little theory that I'm hearing, and I don't know where it's gonna go. Everything is so up in the air right now. Obviously, they've just started filming. Who the fuck knows? But this was the Allison dies concept twist. Let me know what you think to it in the comments. If you have maybe another idea on how that could still be implemented, or whether you think that's absolutely fucked and they shouldn't do it, let me know. If you have a concept yourself, let me know. I feel like, except from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre review, this channel has literally just been Halloween content solidly day after day after day after day for a while. But I have a lot of content that I'm wanting to make on it, and obviously I know a lot of people are making videos about like the Scream franchise, which I did go see that film. I really enjoyed it. I'm really glad that they're bringing back a number 6. You know, I'm not sure whether they're going to do it, but I really hope they bring back Stu somehow. But yeah, I didn't want to kind of just like make a long video on it, like a big long review, and it kind of just get lost in the pile when I'm enjoying these quick little theory videos or just little chats almost, rather than compiling like a huge long video. No, it's just a quick fun concept. There's no harm. It's even when there is harm and people get offended when you fuck with their idea of Michael, you know? I understand it, and it's okay if you don't like the theory. But I will see you guys tomorrow for a different Michael-themed video, probably.